Good morning. Start of week 5. Ended up on the treadmill today. I had my alarm set for 5:30 so I could get out and run. Turned it off. Immediately went back to sleep. I had a repairman coming from 8 to noon. So my goal was to be done before he arrived, but I kind of turned off the alarm and went back to sleep. So now I'm trying speed workout on a treadmill, which I hate, but it's just 1 week. It'll be fine. I have a mile warm-up and then 3 miles of alternating 800 meters. The first 800 meters at a super fast pace. The next 800 meters a little bit slower, closer to my goal pace. Alternate those for 3 miles and then 1 mile cool down. So we'll see how well this goes on a treadmill. Could be a disaster, could be okay. Okay, finished with the speed workout. It was hard. I was a little intimidated by this one just because the pace, usually, after a speed interval, you get like a little recovery. And there's no recovery. It was just really fast to moderately fast, back to really fast, alternating. And on the treadmill, I never know. My watch is always off. So I was just going by what the treadmill said. The last 800 meters, I had to just stop and take like 30 seconds of just standing still because I was cooked. It was hard. I needed some water and I needed a break. It was, I don't know if it had been easier outside, maybe, because I would have been able to dial in the pace a little bit better. But, it was already real feel of 92 at 8:30, and it was like, I'll just stay on the treadmill. So anyway, it's only week 5. It's 1 speed work. It's not going to make or break it right now, so I still have plenty of weeks to work on speed work. So one day won't hurt anything. I did what I could. I ran by effort, and it was hard. So even if the paces weren't right, at least I was perceived hard effort, which I think is the point. So anyway, I'm gonna cool down and see you later. Good morning. It's Thursday. I had 6 miles today, nice and easy, which, sorry, dead lizard, I took it easy. Probably should have gone a little bit slower. I didn't quite hit the prescribed paces for my easy runs, but I did what I could. The caffeine kicked in the first couple miles, and then I got tired and hot. I was trying to keep my heart rate down, but it was just too hot. It's warm, it's sunny, no clouds. There is a little bit of a breeze, which helps. So that does help. All right, I am a little nervous about Saturday's 12-miler. It's 12 miles, which I've done. And it's 4 miles of pace in the middle of the 12, which my race pace isn't anything crazy. Like, I set a very realistic goal for this marathon, so I'm not trying to take like an hour off my time or something. I'm trying to take like 15 or 20 minutes off, so nothing crazy. And so my race pace is, so many lizards today, doable. It's just like today 6 miles was hard, and last week 10 was hard. So it's more like not so much the pace, it's just the distance. And I don't know why my 13 on the treadmill has been my best so far. And it's on the treadmill. I don't like to do pace on the treadmill, so it'll be outside. And I don't know if it's just the heat. I need to get out earlier, but even if you get out earlier, it's still, 80 degrees with 92% humidity. It's just gross. So, but I know for the other 8 miles, I can go slow, take walk breaks, whatever I need to do to get through the miles. So I have to tell myself it'll be okay. Today was one of those where my quads still hurt from my Tuesday night weightlifting session. So they were a little stiff and didn't want to go, and I didn't get a lot of sleep. Thank you, Dexcom. Megan put on she's using the Dexcom G7. She put on a new sensor last night, way before she went to bed. Typically, she puts it on like right before she goes to sleep at like midnight or something, and then it's crazy all night. But she put it on fairly early, and it was okay. And then it just, I don't know if it's because of where she put it and if she was pressing on it, and if you press on it, it's called a compression low, and they claimed there wouldn't be as many, but if you press on it and the fluid disperses off from underneath the skin, it's hard for it to read because it reads the interstitial fluid underneath the skin, and if there's no fluid, then it gets confused. And so all night long, it was just, she'd go down to low and 2 arrows down, and like I would do a finger stick. I'm like, no, she's 70 something, she's fine. And then I would try to roll her over, and then she would just immediately roll back onto her sensor, and then she'd go back up to 80 and then back down. It was just like this roller coaster just all night long. And of course I needed to be safe, and I would do a finger stick if I could. After a while she started fighting me and like literally pushing me away, like no more finger sticks. And I do what I can, but I was just like, do you feel low? No. I'm like, okay. So I trusted her and just finally put my phone on silent. I was like, I can't take this anymore. And now she is like, she went up to 200. Now she's 147, 2 arrows straight down. And again, it's all spotty. So I don't know. And at one point the sensor said there was an error. You had to wait 3 hours, and I don't know. So it may just be a bad sensor. I'll see what it's like when she's awake. If so, then we'll just pull it and report it again to Dexcom and wait for them to send another one, because they're sending out crappy sensors. We did not have nearly this many issues with the G6. So it's kind of frustrating that there are so many problems with the G7. It's nice, it's small. There's no transmitter you have to pull out. The warm-up time is only 20 minutes compared to 2 hours, which, the 2 hours was fine. But, 20 minutes. You only lap for 20 minutes, that's great. So hopefully they fix this, because it's becoming very frustrating. Because then if her sensor isn't working, then the pump isn't working, and then it's a mess. It's a mess. And I'm exhausted. So hopefully tonight is much better. Good morning. It is Friday. I just finished 5 miles. I was trying to take it nice and slow, like I'm told, to keep the heart rate down, and I succeeded. It went up into zone 4. I don't know, last mile and a half, but I was getting hot and I was trying to slow down as much as I could. But when I slow down, I feel like my gait gets a little weird, and my knee and feels a little funny today. So I didn't want to irritate it too much. But I was still running in the prescribed pace, so it's just hot. What can I do? My heart rate is going to go up, but it only went up for a little bit toward the end. Most of the time I was in zone 3, nice and easy, so I'll take it. Had another rough night with Dexcom. I convinced my daughter to change her sensor after she finally did a finger stick at the end of the day, and it was way off. I'm like, just change it. This one is crap. So she changed it, and it also, of course, it was at night, so I was like, great, I'm going to be up all night dealing with this one until it sorts itself out. And she, it was going low and then urgent low and then back up, and she did a finger stick, I don't know, 12:30, and it said she was 133. It's like, okay. So it's like, I can't keep listening to my phone beep when I know that she's not low. So I did something I'd never done before. I turned off my low alerts, and you can turn off urgent low, which I didn't know you could do. So I turned off my urgent low alerts, and I kept my high alert on just because I needed to sleep. I knew she was okay. I knew she was 130 and that she'd be okay. Because even if she came down, she wouldn't come down a lot. She's not really a blood sugar drops in the middle of the night kind of kid. Typically, she will start to go up around 4 in the morning. So I was like, all right, she'll be okay. left the high alert on, and at one point the high alert did beep. So I was like, oh, my high alert is set at 130. So I was like, okay, it sorted itself out. And then when I woke up this morning, she was 95. So I think this sensor is a good one. I think this one will work, which hopefully, because I need sleep. It's a lot. So that's all I have. Tomorrow is 12 miles with some pace. I may go run with a running group. I don't know, or I may do it my own. I haven't decided yet. I just know I have to start early because it's hot. So that's it. See you tomorrow. Happy Saturday. It is long run Saturday. I just finished my long run. 12 miles, 4 miles at easy prescribed pace, 4 miles at race pace, and then 4 miles at easy pace. I felt okay. I felt fine. The race pace, there were times where it kind of felt a little hard, but you know, not terrible. I mean, it's the first time incorporating it into a long run, so it's hot. I think the real feel is in the 90s by now, so you know, it takes a toll, especially as the sun comes up high and I don't have much shade anymore. So you can probably see like my nose is pretty red, my lips are chapped, and they hurt really bad from the salt. I'm going to share too much information because that's what I do when I run. But I had to take 2 long breaks because of my period. Second day, my heavy day, and thanks to being in my mid-40s, it's now a lot heavier than it used to be. And so I had to stop the first time to check. I was like, I think I'm okay, but it was an unair conditioned bathroom at a park, and it was hot and it was gross, and I was like, I just want to get out of here because I'm sweating more than when I'm running. So I knew I had a mile to turn around, and then a couple miles was a gas station I could stop in, so I could have some air conditioning. And so I stopped there, but by there it was too late, and I had leaked, and so I spent like 10 minutes like cleaning up my underwear and cleaning up my shorts so I wouldn't have blood run down my legs, which has happened before. And I'm sorry if it grosses people out, but it's a fact of life. It's happened to so many people I know, especially at this age. Like, everything's unpredictable. You don't know what you're going to get. And it's one of those things that women have to take into account of, oh, okay, well, I'm going to do a long run. I better know where the bathrooms are. I better take supplies with me. And I got to hope that it's not a heavy day. So it is what it is. So I had to take a good 10 minutes. But nice thing is, while I was in there, I was in the air conditioning, so that was nice. And I took, you know, wet paper towel and like wiped on my face and tried to cool my core down a bit. So that helped. I think at that point I had just under 4.5 miles left. So didn't have long, but most of it was in the sun, which, you know, sucks. Anyway, I'm done. I do have a little pain in my right knee. I actually almost stopped at 3 miles because I was waiting for a stoplight, and I looked and was like, it looks a little swollen. But as I ran, it didn't hurt so much anymore. It's just kind of tender. So I think I'll definitely ice it. I skipped my strength yesterday, so I wasn't hurting it anymore. And maybe on Monday I'll just do upper body and core and leave the knee and all that out of it for a few more days and see if that helps. But I'm done. I'm gonna have to plan my menu for the week, my grocery list for the week, and then go grocery shopping, and then just relax the rest of the weekend. See you all Monday.